So do you ever wonder why some ships feel more crowded than others? Sometimes a ship can be really big and yet still feel really crowded. And some of the smaller ships, they feel a lot less crowded. Well, there's a reason for that, and we're going to get into it. So let's check it out.
Every cruise ship has a slightly different feel. Sometimes it's just the vibe, other times it's the cruise line or the cruise director. You know, it could be the people that you're traveling with, good or bad. But in some cases, it's simply just the design of the ship.
Hey, so before we get too far into this, if you like this video, you enjoy it, you get anything out of it, would you like the video? Give us the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future updates. We're always trying to throw out tips and tricks to help your cruise be better, news about cruising, or, well, just videos of us on cruises or whatever. But we enjoy doing it. It helps grow our channel, and we really appreciate it, so we thank you in advance. Okay, so full disclosure, we still think that the Carnival Miracle, which was the smallest ship that we've cruised on, felt like it was the most spacious. We've been on some bigger ones and they felt more crowded. We've been on some bigger ones that have felt good. And here in just a few weeks, I'm going to be on Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas, which is the 5th largest cruise ship in the world. And some of the numbers say that this one might feel even more spacious than the Carnival Miracle. So I'll get to compare that, and I'll report back to you in a video in the future.
Cruise lines have found ways to increase the number of cabins on the ship without making the ships bigger, which leads to feeling a little more crowded, I would think.
It makes them more money, but
it makes them more money, yes. But it can lead to that cramped feeling on board. You know, now some ships have been changing that trend and attempting to make sure that the public spaces still feel spacious.
So the way a ship feels is really going to be dependent on how you personally feel about it.
Yeah.
The time of year, the actual how full is the ship, and so on. Yeah. But there is a way to get an idea, you know, kind of give you a kind of a loose idea before you go. And it's a term we call the comfort factor or the space factor. And we've got a little calculation to help you figure out what the comfort factor is for any ship that you might be interested in.
To get this number, you'll need a couple of details. You'll need to get the gross tonnage and the capacity of the ship. It's super easy to get these numbers by searching, you know, for the ship that you're wanting to check out on Wikipedia. You can also usually get them from your favorite cruise line website.
Yeah, I think for me, I found it's easier to get them off of Wikipedia, but sometimes they're buried on the cruise ship websites. but you can still do it. So before we get into that, what is the gross tonnage of the ship? It has nothing to do with the weight. I know the word ton is in there, but no, the gross tonnage is really, it's kind of this weird measurement of the air within like the skin of the ship. And the second detail you're going to need is the capacity. And we always look at the double occupancy and we look at the max capacity. We'll kind of throw those numbers out there. Double occupancy is, well, when the ship is completely full with 2 people in each cabin.
Right.
And the max capacity is when the ship is completely full with
as many that could fit.
As many as they can cram in there like sardines. So to get your comfort factor, and you'll see that the little equation here below, you're going to need to divide the gross tonnage by the capacity number, either the max capacity or the double occupancy capacity. And the higher your final outcome, the more spacious your ship will feel. I know you're like, I swore to my teacher I would never use math in the future, and here I am trying to use math for a cruise. That's because I'm a nerd. But that being said, it really is helpful.
We know there are tons of cruise lines and even more ships, but, you know, and we made a few slides here for Carnival, for Royal Caribbean and Norwegian with their ships and the comfort factors.
Yeah.
You can easily do the calculation on your own by going on the internet, grabbing the gross tonnage and capacity numbers for any other ships that, you know, you might be interested in.
Right. We're not going to Disney, MSC, you know, Princess, all those other cruise ships out there. We just went with kind of the big 3 just to help you see. But yeah, those numbers are really easy to find, and you'll be able to work them out hopefully on your own. If not, throw the ship in the comments below, and we'll give you that comfort factor number.
Get that for you.
Yeah, I'll do the math for you. All right, now again, I just want to, we did our calculations with the double occupancy numbers. Depending on the time of the year that you decide to go cruising or considering cruising, especially in the summer.
Or spring break.
Or spring break, absolutely. You may want to use that max occupancy number to account for more kids or people on board the ship, and it can definitely make a difference. Now, the first slide here we're showing is Carnival, and we love the Miracle, and it's really not shocking why. As you can see, the Spirit class, which includes the Miracle, has a comfort factor number of 42 there. Now, we were on, just recently, we were on the Vista, not the Vista, we were in the Vista class, but we were on the Horizon. And I don't know if it was the time of year or if it wasn't fully loaded, but it actually felt very comfortable. So these numbers, I just want to, they're a frame of reference. They will give you a good idea, but the Miracle never felt crowded. And we sailed on the Miracle during spring break, which, you would think would be very crowded. Yeah. I will say the chair hogs were in full effect, but it really wasn't that bad.
The next slide is for Royal Caribbean. This really seemed to be focusing more and more on the customer experience, and it shows. Their newest ships seem to pack more and more people on board, but they're not sacrificing public space.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how they're doing it, because their biggest ships actually seem to be their most spacious according to our space ratio or comfort factor. And what's even more exciting is that the upcoming Icon of the Seas has some of what are some of the best space ratios out there. So, you can see that Oasis class is at a 42. Then the Icon of the Seas, which is coming in just about a year, has a 44, which is shocking. So, pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah.
And then finally, Norwegian seems like they're kind of moving in that same direction. NCL's done a great job of making more and more space for passengers to enjoy on their cruise. And the Prima has the best comfort factor out there at a 44, which is their newest ship. And the fact is, in the reviews, what people are saying is that it really does feel very open and spacious.
There are so many factors that go into planning your cruise: the price, the itinerary, or cruise line may be driving the force behind your decision.
Yeah, but before you settle on your ship, we really recommend that you take a look at the comfort factor. And as you watch the video, I'm really curious, what ships have you been on? Do they agree with our numbers? Do they disagree? Right. We have not been on every ship out there, so we may find that these numbers need to vary a little bit. But this could help you, at least for us. It's helped us make a final decision, and to this point, I think it's doing pretty well for us.
Yeah, if we compare looking back and looking at the numbers, I think it's been pretty consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, thanks for watching today, and we'll see you next time.